Hello, my dear folks. Welcome to the show, Jack Chow on East West Show with G&E TV. You have noted for the past years with every single one of the show, there's one way we approach that we try to bring positivity to our life, try to imbue our life with positivities rather than negativities. By that, I mean that we have choices. We have choices to uplift our life. We have choices to feel sad, to complain, to argue, to even fight, or anyway, the choice is up to you. To me, my job is to bring you the options. So how about doing this? How about upbeat our life? To lift our life, to upbeat our life, though, there are lots of role models to follow. One of the role models that I admire is the name of a Buddhist organization called Tzu. Tzu, lots of people know, especially if you happen to be an Asian American or typically Chinese American, you will know that. You hear the name, you see them, you see the people, you see the aid workers everywhere when there's a disaster, be it tsunami, be it earthquake, be it a pandemic situation of diseases, whatever, you see them everywhere. Now, today joining me is a good friend of mine, Sabrina, and Sabrina Ho is a good friend. She's not that old, but talking about relationship though, yes. You are very old.
Yes.
Yeah, we go back at least 13, 14 years?
Yes, about
right?
14 years.
About 14 years,
yes.
Right? Okay. And I would like to make a little introduction about Sabrina. She's a lady full of love. She's got even though she's slim, but she has a very, very big heart. Her heart probably is as big as a shoulder to left to right. I know that, and I know that for sure. In the early days when we started knowing each other, it was her engagement or involvement with the Donate a Life, right? Which is such a theme that she successfully did a good job bringing lots of cases, bringing lots of life together. We even on this show brought many of these supposed to be victims, now survivors, on the show to talk about their experiences. The discussion were kind of so touching, everybody in tears. Now she joins the organization, the Buddhist Tzu Foundation, and she is the communication specialist and the public relationship, right? So once again, Sabrina, I believe that's only a little introduction. If I go full length though, I really have to take 1 hour, right? Okay, let's cut it off.
Thank you, Jack. You're very kind of
Let's cut it off. Let me put my hands together on behalf of my audiences. You are definitely welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much, Jack. You're very kind. And it's been very blessing to meet you and see you grow as a G&E TV, from the radio to the magazines and all the different type of shows in the community. You're the face of the community, right, and I really appreciate on behalf of our community here.
That's why I try to lose some weight to look a little better. All right, good. So I know that you are a lady that never even take a respite. In between missions, right? In between missions, go one after another. So what's your latest involvement now?
Yes, as you know, as our friendship, that I was working to help the people in organ and tissue donation, as I see Tzu as a bigger picture, as I see this as a global service that we provided not just to our community in United States, but also across the ocean to help the people worldwide. And in Tzu, Buddhist organizations that we provide, even though the organization's name is a Buddhist organization, but we do provide services to across the religion, across the ethnicities,
All right.
and black and white. We provided to all the services to them, and the services we provided has to divide it into different ones. As first, I wanted to introduce to you how is the services and organizations that started it.
Absolutely, I'm dying for that.
Yeah. Master Cheng Yan is a Buddhist nun who founded the Tzu organizations in 1966. She imagined that you think
Stop
about...
right there, stop right there.
Sure.
Was that a small cottage
Yes.
that is on display? That's where she started?
Yes. She started as ordinary nun with the 30 housewives and started with a little small bamboo bank. What's this bamboo bank? The bamboo bank is like our piggy bank that we are saving monies from our chain every day from our grocery money and then provide services to the smaller community. And from that we started to the medical missions, to building hospitals, we building transplant centers, and we provided mobile clinics and provided to homeless and so on for medical worldwide, yes. And also we have called TIMA, which is the Tzu International Medical Associations, is to provide services across to either disasters or the people who needs for the medical services, which means medical means it could also be a dental or alternative medicine.
How a particle, a sparkle, how a sparkle can turn into even a wildfire.
Yes.
Right? A huge wildfire. Right?
Wildfire of great love. Yes.
Positively.
Yes.
You don't want to burn a whole hill though. You're positively talking about the fire as the heat. Right? Go ahead, please.
Right.
I'm convinced. Yeah.
Yes. So, and also we provided that, and when she started that, she knows that providing services that, people in need of firsthand is the medical. After medical, that she thinks that that's also a charity that should come to that, because these are people in need for financials or spiritual support. So that she provided the charity supported to those people in need in Taiwan, and it spread it to United States and across the world with that. And we also participated, you name it, any type of disaster that's there, and we are there in hand with the people with the uniform of volunteers, over 10 million volunteers worldwide providing services. So we have offices over 80 countries, and if you talk about in United States, we have 80 offices provided, and so people who like to participate as a volunteers or wanted to have in need for our services, and they can call it to our local offices through that.
All right, very good.
Yes.
And the one thing for sure, though, we can just do the simple math. If the cause is not correct, you will not have 80 countries involved. You will not have 80 offices in one country. You will not have 10 million volunteers. You know what a volunteer means? Word volunteer means that you work for nothing.
Yes.
Right?
And not
just for the sake of working to help.
Right, and as mentioned, that how I feel very respect to the organizations and also to the volunteers, because volunteers not only providing their time and their traveling expenses. As for example, that we go to tsunami, that we go to Japan, the volunteers are paid for their own expenses from flight.
They pay for their own traveling expenses
and to volunteer, and they feel very grateful to be able to serve to others.
That's even more convincing, meaning that they are not only working for nothing, they work to put their own money into work.
Yes.
Right? Yes. So back to my dear audiences, I know you, I love you, and I believe you do the same to me, because over the years when you keep watching Jack Chow's show, you know exactly how big my heart is. My heart is exactly like her heart, goes from left to right. You see my size, you see my heart. So exactly the same thing. I today might not be necessarily promoting Buddhism, but I promote the concept. The concept is that whatever you believe as religion is your freedom, but it is your obligation as a human race, as a member of human race, to serve, to serve the needy people, to bring, if not the money, how about some efforts, right? If not efforts, how about some time, right? Or even me, in my case, is how about moving my lips a few times? Now I am moving my lips a few times, quite in a big way, to introduce you my good friend Sabrina Ho. She is the communication specialist and director, regional director of G&E International Foundation. It's a Buddhist foundation. It is a very, in my eye, it's a philanthropic foundation. So let's take a short moment out. I want to make a little announcement. Today, along with Sabrina, we have here a team, a big team from G&E. I'll introduce them to you one by one during the following segments. So stay with us, please.